All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. How is everyone doing today? I hope I find you all well, and I welcome you to my first of two gameplay streams for Sunday, March 22nd, 2020. Whew, spring has sprung. It's funny because with everything going on in the world, we kind of forget about what else is going on, and spring has begun here in the United States. The weather has definitely turned a little bit warmer. It's nicer outside, beautiful sun. Everything's starting to bloom. We got big, beautiful birds coming by recently that Jasper has really enjoyed kind of watching and jumping around and chasing in the window. We got these Stellar's Jays that have returned for the spring. Beautiful blue and black birds with big crests on their heads. And just this morning, Jasper saw one outside and was like jumping all around the window. Pretty nice stuff. Hello, Mr. Jasper. Jasper's right here in front of me. And he's been messing around all morning here in the office, waiting for me to start. So welcome, everyone, to two gameplay streams for the day. Welcome, welcome. What are we doing today? Well, we're finally mixing it up a little bit. The last couple of days, I've been doing all Doom Eternal and then Animal Crossing. Well, I realized that people, number one, may get tired of the same thing every day. And number two, we got to do some progress in the other games that I'm playing. So, today we're mixing it up. Today is the day when we are switching back. We're going to be doing a major stream of Nioh 2, the other new release. That's right, the other new release from last week. And then also, continuing on with my late night Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind ongoing streams. Okay? Should be pretty fun. Do I have allergies or I'm coming down with something? No, this is my usual sinus issue / post-nasal drip issue that I get. This morning I woke up and it was bothering me. I could tell my whole right sinus is swollen. My throat is a little bit hoarse. It's annoying. Some days I wake up and I'm perfectly fine. I have no issues whatsoever. And other days I wake up and it's bothering me. And it could be a combination. You're right. It actually could be a combination of allergies paired with my usual crap. But this is all the usual for me. This is nothing out of the ordinary. So for me, it's like business as usual dealing with this. Of course, everyone out there freaking out. If you have as little as a sneeze or a sniffle, you're worried that you caught the coronavirus. But I'm not too worried about that right now. This is my usual crap that I have to deal with. Usually what happens is if it's bad like this, where I've like I said, I got a swollen sinus right now, over the course of the day, it'll calm down. The inflammation will go down, and I'll be able to, talk a little bit better and breathe a little bit better. So, all right. So, everyone, hold on. I'm actually going to close the blinds and turn on the fan in the office here now that Jasper has just left. It's funny because Jasper will be in here the entire morning, and as soon as I start talking, he's like, I got to get out of here, man. Phil's talking to those people on the internet again, and he takes off. So, let me go do that. Hold on. Okay. Turn this on medium. Turn on medium fan for now. All right. So, everybody, yes, Nioh 2, continuing on, and Morrowind. Now, first of all, some people have said, how long do I think I'm going to be playing Nioh 2? Like, dude, if you remember Nioh 1, you remember how long that game was? It was pretty damn long. Like, it was surprisingly long. Had a ton of content. And I remember playing it for quite an extended period of time as a new release, years ago. I can only assume Nioh 2 is just as long, if not longer, especially because they've added in so many side missions. I've been playing this game for, a week? In fact, how many parts into Nioh 2 am I, actually? I should actually give that a look. I don't even know. Let's see here. I'm currently 12 parts in. Now, each of my parts is at least an hour long. One of the parts usually ends up being like an hour and a half, usually. So, that was basically 4 sessions. So that's probably between anywhere from 13 to 16 hours of gameplay right there. And, I'm still, from what I can tell, relatively early on in the game. It seems like we're pretty early in progression. So if we're keeping up at this pace, right? Let's say I'm 15 hours in right now. I could potentially see this playthrough probably being about 45 hours or longer, and that's no exaggeration. Now, the thing is, obviously, there's way more going on with games. I know that you guys are liking the Doom Eternal playthrough. I know that you guys are going to want to see me play Resident Evil 3 Remaster, or excuse me, Remake, as well as the Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And those are going to kind of take priority, right? And all that being said, I know that, Nioh 2, yes, I want to continue it, but it's not going to be something I'm playing like 3-4 times a week. Maybe once to twice, Right now, it's going to be balanced with Doom for the next week to week and a half until April 3rd hits. And that's when we're going to be starting up Resident Evil 3 Remake. And that's going to be a very high priority for several days, because that's only a few days until Final Fantasy 7 Remake comes out, okay? In fact, it's going to be very hectic, because I was looking at the schedule, and from what I can see, April 3rd will be a Friday, so that's going to be Resident Evil 3 Remake. So I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to play the hell out of it. Monday, April 6th, is my birthday. Okay? Now, I've been urged to play Animal Crossing on my birthday. Reason being, apparently, if you play the game on your birthday, there's a giant, birthday celebration that happens, all kinds of birthday festivities, and you miss out if you don't play the game on your birthday, apparently. So, obviously, I want to try to do that. So, that would mean that my birthday would be a work day. But if that's the case, then Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out on Tuesday, but then when's my day off that week going to be? You see what I mean? So I'll have to think about that. The other thing is, we don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Will the entire country be on lockdown in early April, or will things have laxed? The reason I say that is because I've been getting a tremendous amount of emails and texts from, companies that I frequent, or I'm in their points programs or whatever, and they're all saying, oh, we're shutting down for now. We've realized that this coronavirus is such a big deal. We're shutting down, but we're going to reopen on April 3rd. And I read these and I'm like, why do these companies think that this whole thing's going to blow over by April 3rd? That's not how it works. If you're not aware of how a virus spreads or how these things happen, it could be months. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It could be months before we curtail the spread of this virus. So why these businesses think that they're just going to close for 2 weeks and then magically open and everything will be back to normal, I have absolutely no idea. But that's the kind of information I'm getting from these companies. And I'm like, in 2 weeks, everything might still be closed. Everything right now is closed besides pharmacies, supermarkets, takeout food, and other essential places, like a pet store would be open and stuff like that. But clothing stores, the mall, these other places, they're all closed. So why do these people think they're going to be open by then? I don't know, right? I don't know. I just got to kind of shrug. And, we don't know what's going to happen. So that birthday week for me is insane, because not only do we have 2 major new releases on the ends of my birthday, but I don't know how I'm going to time my day off and stuff. I guess we're going to have to see. All right. We'll have to see. And let's see what happens. All right. But this is crazy. Nioh 2 is a game that if it had been released another time of the year, I probably would have been playing this 3-4 times a week. And I would have been trying to get as far as I can. And now it's damn, I'm already balancing this with Doom. Very shortly, I'll be balancing it with many other releases. So let's see what happens. I know that Doom is the game you guys want to see the most. I'm liking Doom a lot, even though it's getting more chaotic the further I get into it, which is crazy because it's already started off chaotic, but it's actually getting worse and worse. Not to say that's a bad thing. But Nioh 2, obviously I want to keep playing. I want to keep progressing in it. And it's going to be harder to keep this consistent. So we're playing this today. I'll let you know the schedule in just a moment for the rest of the week, okay? So, yes, Nioh 2 today, and then Morrowind later tonight. Morrowind session last week was very productive. I learned about the commerce system, buying and selling, crafting with alchemy, and then being able to make money doing it. We went off and we got a crazy good Daedric spear. All right, so good stuff last week. I'm looking forward to what people have in store for me this week. I don't know what people want to see me do tonight. I guess we'll find out. Tomorrow, we're returning to Doom Eternal for a 4-hour stream of Doom Eternal. And then tomorrow night will be my weekly Minecraft stream. From what I'm to understand, we're putting the Mob Grinder project on hold for now. Because apparently, there's some things that have come to light that it may not work the way that we did it. I'm not going to talk too much about that right now, but we'll talk about it during the Minecraft stream tomorrow. So instead, we're going to start focusing on other projects like the Yoshi egg statue and stuff like that. Okay. I'm off on Tuesday. Now, will I be doing all kinds of great fun stuff on Tuesday? No, because everything's closed. So really what I'm doing on Tuesday is getting up early in the morning, going grocery shopping, just like I did last week at the crack of dawn. And then ordering out, food to have delivered here so that my wife and I can eat without having to cook for a day. And basically doing stuff at home. I'm sure my wife's going to be doing Animal Crossing. I'm sure she's going to want to play Animal Crossing. She loves the game. I even told her if she plays the game, let's say today and tomorrow, and she reaches a point where she can't progress because it's my account in Animal Crossing that allows things to progress, that maybe I would play it for a little bit, so that way I can, unlock the things that need to unlock so that we can progress with the island. Okay? So we'll see, we'll probably do other stuff around the house. Maybe I'll clean my garage out. Things that I probably should have done 6 years ago when I moved in. Maybe I'll go in, I'll clean the garage, I'll vacuum the garage, and, who knows? Who knows what we'll do? Okay? So that'll be Tuesday. But I'll be back on Wednesday with more Doom. Yes, it'll be the next major stream, Doom Eternal. And then Wednesday night, more Call of Duty Warzone. You guys asked me to check this out last week, so I did. And I didn't like it, but at the same point, I didn't hate it. I thought it was just kind of meh. Like, I think it's hard for Battle Royale to really impress me these days because I've now played so many of them over the past couple of years. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But, that should be at least fun for variety's sake on Wednesday night, okay? Then on Thursday, excuse me, I'll alternate back to Nioh 2. So the next Nioh 2 stream will be on Thursday. And then Thursday night will be more Animal Crossing. Because I know you guys have wanted to see more Animal Crossing in the schedule. It'll be Thursday. Friday, more Doom. And it'll be probably Doom paired with my Throwback Street Fighter session. Then on Saturday, I'll probably do a session of Mass Effect 2. Alright, so that way we get Mass Effect 2 back into the schedule. And I'll probably pair that with more Animal Crossing. Okay? Then on Sunday, probably more Doom paired with Morrowind, and then on Monday, maybe Nioh 2 and Minecraft. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But what I'm thinking is, from what people are saying, Doom Eternal is about 15 to 20 hours long. All right? At this point, I've played 2 major sessions of it, So I'm roughly around, I'd say around 7 hours into it. After tomorrow, after Wednesday, after Friday, right? That's another 3 major sessions. Maybe I'll be approaching the end of the campaign of the game. Because here's the thing. There's multiplayer. And I actually want to play the multiplayer. I liked the multiplayer of the original Doom from 4 years ago. But I can't fit it or squeeze it in. You see what I mean? Because I've been so busy. I'm busy with everything else that I don't really have time to do it until I finish the campaign. Okay? So my goal here is to hopefully, within, say, a week, if I'm really playing a lot of Doom, maybe beat the campaign of Doom, and then start doing some of the multiplayer and putting that into my streams for variety with Nioh 2, okay? But let's see what happens with that, all right? Let's see what happens with that. I can't 100% guarantee you when I'll be checking out the multiplayer because the late-night streams are already packed, between Animal Crossing, now it's going to be 2 times a week, Throwback Street Fighter, Warzone, and Morrowind. That's 6 days. That's the week. That's why, sadly, I hate to say it, but I think Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is pretty much dead in the water. And I was actually starting to like it. I was getting better at the game, but it's just horrendously bad timing for this release. It came out right amidst all these crazy other amounts of new releases. I just don't have time to invest in a new fighting game, which sucks because I was getting good at it. But I think it's pretty much dead at this point. I don't know when else I'm going to be able to play it, especially because I got things like the Doom multiplayer that I need to do. I don't have time for that, right? So, we shall see what happens, all right? We shall see what happens. But, sadly, this is kind of just a really crazy busy time for everything, all right? So that's the rough schedule. FYI, for my birthday week, which I know people laugh at that, birthday week. But people like it when I kind of make the streams look special. I will be decorating the office. I'll probably have some lights and decorations behind me, balloons and stuff for my birthday week this week. Although it's funny because I was thinking about it. I was like, last year, even though I kind of had a birthday celebration on stream, I didn't really have a birthday celebration in real life because last year I was going to Connecticut. If you guys remember, I was on my way to visit my parents in Connecticut for that week. And so I really didn't do anything for my birthday. I didn't have a cake, nothing. It was very just, basically being an adult. Because when you grow up and you're an adult, you don't really celebrate your birthday anymore. I'm just saying. So then this year I was like, oh, this year will be different, man. This year I'm going to be home. There's going to be multiple game releases. It's going to be great. And now we got like a fucking quarantine lockdown. So it's like, how am I going to celebrate, right? What really sucks, honestly, is my first wedding anniversary is coming up. And, last year when we got married, I wasn't able to go on a honeymoon. I couldn't afford it. Which really sucked. I wanted to go on a honeymoon. I would have loved to do something with my wife, but we couldn't do it. Had to come home and immediately get back to work because the financial situation I'm in. Well, now this year, maybe we could go out to a nice dinner or something. Can't do shit because now everything's going to be screwed up again, So I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It just sucks, The whole situation the world is in right now really sucks. I'm worried about my parents. I really am. I'm really worried about my parents because, they already have underlying medical conditions and, who knows what's going to happen. Apparently in Connecticut, there was only like between 100 and 200 cases of coronavirus where they live, but doesn't mean shit, They could get it. This is fucking shitty, man. So, I don't know. Everything's very stressful for everyone right now, including me. And I just hope, as I've told you guys, I do feel that hopefully these streams are a good thing for you guys. That we all have a way to escape and not think about this real life shit, and have fun and just, go with the flow. You know what I mean? Have fun with the stream and try to unplug from all the stress of real life because we need it. Right? We need it. Someone just in stream chat just said, and taxes got pushed back this year, so it's good for you. It's not good for me at all. It doesn't affect me at all. I've already my taxes are already in the process of being filed. I already was in the process of doing it before it was announced that anything was delayed. And I'm already on a payment plan for my taxes. So all that's going to happen is my payment plan for my taxes is going to continue. That's it. Pushing back the taxes doesn't affect me at all. Nothing. Zero. No positive benefit whatsoever. So, no. All right. So let's go ahead, guys, and let us, excuse me. Chud, Popsicolo, you accidentally banned the wrong person, didn't you? I saw that. Yup, you did. Oops. Oh well, Uzi, go hard. What a horrible misclick. That was funny. Anyway, let's continue. So, guys, just a reminder. The nominations process for the Viewer's Choice event continues. Please continue to nominate games for the Viewer's Choice playthrough on the forums, thekingofhate.com. I'd say less than a week left. Probably what I'll do is next weekend, I will close off that nominations process. I will tally up the number of nominations for each game to create the poll by which everyone will be voting on to determine the Patron's Choice game. Excuse me, the Viewer's Choice game. So, please keep nominating, all right? Next week, the poll will begin, but the most nominated games will make it to that final poll. So keep doing so, okay? Also, we are still trying to hit this Tier 2 subscribers goal. We actually did make significant headway in the last few days, if you guys can see. We're at 637 subs right now, so thanks to anyone who subbed or gifted subs recently. If you want to see both the top 2 games in the poll become full-on playthroughs for Viewer's Choice, then please subscribe or gift subscriptions. If we hit that 725 subs goal this month, I'll be doing the top 2 games as guaranteed full playthroughs. Okay, guys? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on that I want to talk about, or if we've pretty much covered all the bases. No, nothing really comes to mind. I hope you're all doing well. I do. I hope you're all doing well. I hope that all of you are staying safe, staying healthy. this whole situation sucks, and I hope that my stream today can bring you some distraction and some entertainment. All right. All right, guys. So thank you very much for 11 years allowing me to be a content creator on the internet, daily sharing my gameplay experiences with all of you. It's been an amazing ride. I absolutely love what I do for a living because it is my passion, my hobby turned into my job. And I'm well aware that I'm one of the luckiest people on the planet because, number one, I get to do what I love for a living. And number two, I'm one of the few people that gets to keep doing what I love for a living, even during this craziness that we're going through right now in the world. I'm super lucky and I'm super duper grateful for that, guys. So thank you for checking out my streams. Thank you for your ongoing support. Okay? This has not been an easy ride for sure. It's been a bumpy road with many roadblocks, many ups and downs. Today, I am a full-time streamer. That means that I'm here on twitch.tv 6 days a week full-time streaming for all of you. And I archive all of these streams over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, on a daily basis. So if you miss out on a stream, you can head over there and you can check it out at your own leisure. All right? Which is good. I know, realize a lot of people cannot be here. All right? So, if you like all of that stuff, if you find entertainment and value in my streams, if you want to see all this continue, then by all means, please consider contributing via one of the following methods I'm about to explain, because it is crowdfunding during these live streams that keeps me going. All right? It used to be, ad revenue on YouTube videos. It's not anymore. That's pretty much almost a complete thing of the past. I make very little on YouTube anymore. It's all about the crowdfunding during streams. So please consider contributing today if at all you can. All right? That being said, please know something up front. It is not mandatory that you contribute on my streams. My streams are 100% free here on twitch.tv and always will remain so. That is how I run things. I do it like that because this is something I would love to do even if I couldn't make money doing it. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized them, and I only monetized them because I was forced to because I lost my job. I would keep streaming in the future, even if it meant, I couldn't monetize or whatever. I would still do it in some limited capacity, probably way less than what I do today, but I would still do the streaming because I love it. I absolutely love hanging out with you guys on a daily basis and talking games and having fun, all right? So please understand that it's not about the money. My philosophy is, if I'm putting out a fun and entertaining stream that has value to you, we're all going to have a good time together, and the stream's going to be entertaining to everyone, and then people will feel positive enough they want that to continue, and they'll contribute of their own will, not me sitting here constantly talking about it and demanding anything from you guys, okay? That's how it works. That's the difference between a positive stream and other kinds of streaming. So that's the kind of philosophy I have, and I just want to say thank you to anyone who in advance is considering contributing today, but know this, don't feel like an odd man out if you can't. It's all about just hanging out and having a good time. Okay, guys? All right, continuing on. Let's talk about some of the ways you can contribute. I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your monthly pledges to my Patreon campaign will earn you personal perks as a way of saying thanks a lot. I'm not going to go into detail about those perks because they're all listed there, publicly right there on the website. There's no reason for me to go into detail about them. But please take a look, and if you are a current patron, thank you very much for the ongoing support, okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. It's basically mostly t-shirts, but there's a few other things on there, including stickers and mugs and hoodies and the like. It's good quality stuff, I can attest to, because I own a bunch of it. In fact, today I'm wearing one of the shirts, as you'll see when I turn on my webcam in just a moment. Thanks to anyone who even gives it a look and considers buying anything. All right, guys? Good stuff. Now, if you're here live on the stream, chances are you may want to contribute in a way that's going to give you some interaction with me and give you some recognition on the live stream, right? So if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me during today's stream, I'm going to give you a live thank you shout out as a way of saying, hey, thanks for contributing. I appreciate it. Now, please know that you must have your messages in line with the rules of the stream. If you're trying to derail the stream or say something insulting or whatever, I don't have to read it. It's at my discretion, okay? There's a stream stats leaderboard at the top of your screens. This leaderboard tracks things such as the top cheer and top tipper of the stream. Another great way for you to get extra recognition. In addition to that, there's two other leaderboards that are automatically tracked by twitch.tv behind the scenes. There's the top bit cheers of the week and the top subscription gifters of the week, okay? Those are built into Twitch's chat, and This is the last streaming day of the week per Twitch. That means that your contributions today will be tracked on that leaderboard. I will give a shout out in just a moment, but it's your last day to get up there if you're interested in being one of the top cheers of the week or top sub gifters. Last day, because then tomorrow it'll reset overnight and we go back to 0 on Monday morning. Okay? Fair enough? Now, I obviously just mentioned a ton of information and a bunch of ways to contribute. You might be wondering, gee, what's the best way to help out Phil? Very matter-of-factly, it's tipping. The reason that tipping helps me more than anything else is because tips are funds I get immediately that I can put towards things right now, okay? Versus all the other contribution methods are great. If you cheer, if you sub, if you buy something for my Teespring, etc., they all help in the long term, but there's a processing time or a lead time before I get any positive benefit out of those, while tipping helps me immediately. So, for example, you tip me today, those are funds I can use to pay bills behind the scenes. I have a tax bill that I owe within the next week that I have to pay behind the scenes. Tips will help with that. Buying groceries on Tuesday. Tips will help with that. Food. Tips will help with that. That's what the tips basically do. Okay? It's the fluid funds that I can use for quick things, while everything else behind the scenes pays the slow boat stuff. All right? So, if you can today, please tip. You don't have to. I appreciate all contributions, but if you are going to, want to help me out the most, and you have the option to choose how you can contribute, tipping is the way to go. All right? Now, 2 ways to tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up the link to my PayPal tips page. There's 2 ways that you can tip when you're on that page. You either can use a registered PayPal account, or if you don't have one or you don't want to bother with one, you can just do a tip via debit or credit card, just like anything else you'd be paying for on the internet. Now, FYI, you may not see that option readily available when you first go to the page. If you're on a mobile version of the site, I recommend you load the full desktop version of the site on your mobile device, or just go to a desktop computer. You should see those options available for you, all right? Now, as a PSA to everyone, I want all of you guys to please be safe and please protect your information and your identities on the internet. The reason I say that is because most of us probably don't realize the incredible amount of personal information that we readily offer up on social media. Things like your friends, your family members, places you hang out, things you like, your job, etc., is all probably publicly available on the internet. And you may not realize it, but all that information can be utilized and mobilized against you to hurt you. Now, you might be saying, I don't get it. Why would anyone just want to hurt me on the internet? I'm nobody, right? I'm not causing any trouble. Well, guess what? People do it just because they can. All right? People do it just because they're malicious. They get some kind of a sense of weird, I don't know, is it worth or is it accomplishment to know that they've somehow anonymously hurt someone over the internet just because they could. They're not getting anything to gain out of it. They just somehow think that this is worth their time. You and I may not understand that philosophy because we have productive, positive lives, and we'd rather focus on our stuff and making our lives better. These people focus on making other people's lives worse. I know that sounds crazy, but they are crazy, okay? Trust me on this. I've had years upon years upon years of experience in this field. It's not a very good one. It's pretty messed up, and it really delves into the bowels of human existence and how messed up some people think, all right? So, all that being said, if you're considering contributing to a stream today, I strongly recommend you do your best to protect your identity and make it so that no one knows it's you who contributed. I'll give you an example here, okay? If you're going to tip today, tip anonymously, or tip using a name that has nothing to do with your real life name and your social media stuff. Make it so that no one can tie your contributions to your actual online persona or your real life person. Because if that's the case, no one can come after you for it, all right? And I recommend that not only on my streams, but anyone's stream you're going to contribute. Do your best, do your due diligence to protect yourselves. The last thing the thing I really hate hearing is that people get harassed online and screwed with online for no reason, but it happens all the time. So please, guys, do your best, protect yourselves, and I wish you the best, all right? Looking out for you guys. All right, guys, now let's talk about the rules of the stream. First of all, I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of twitch.tv, so understand I can't just say and do anything that I want on my stream. I have to go in line with the rules of what they allow at this business, okay? Now, in addition to that, I have some rules of my own that I follow, and the reason I do that is because I like to maintain a chill vibe on my streams. That means that when you're here, I want it to be that we can just kind of have fun with games. You can see my reactions to a game. You can interact with me and some of the people in the stream chat and have a good time. And we can ignore all of the stresses and annoyances of real life. Right now, we all need a constant escape from the crap that's going on around us in real life, right? So that being said, please understand we're trying to maintain this chill vibe on the stream, and because of that, there's a few things we do not allow on my streams. First of all, we don't talk about politics or religion. These are topics that are incredibly divisive. They cause problems. They cause arguments. People hate each other because of them, as stupid as that sounds. In the 11 plus years I've been a content creator, I've really found that politics or religion are the two hot topics and or touchy, controversial topics that derail a stream the worst. If we're playing a game that has a political or religious theme tied into it, that's one thing. We can definitely find a way to integrate that into our discussions, especially if it's on topic to the game. But in general, I don't want the whole stream derailed. You know, you're watching a game playthrough and you turn down to the stream chat and it's like, oh, people arguing about this and that and this. Like, I don't want to hear about that shit. I just don't, okay? So it's not allowed. Now, to expand upon that, all right? To expand upon that, guys, FYI, I am well aware that the number one topic in the world is the coronavirus. However, we're not going to make the entirety of my stream about it. I'm not going to outright ban the topic. That would be pretty ludicrous to take the biggest thing going on the planet Earth and humankind in the past 100 years probably and, you know, say, oh, you know, we can't talk about it. That would be ridiculous of me. But I don't want my stream to become just topics of discussion of just coronavirus constantly. People are coming here to escape the stress of the coronavirus. They want to see a fun gameplay stream. They don't want to hear about it all day long, all right? So if we notice that too many people are talking about this thing constantly, we're going to do what we can to moderate the chat and try to get it back in line. I want people paying attention to the stream and the game and interacting with me, not just constantly worrying and freaking out about this because we're all trying to get away from that. Okay, guys? Understand? All right. I hope you understand. Thank you. Now, the other thing is, I am well aware that there are tons of people on the internet who on a daily basis do nothing but slander me, defame me, insult me, stir up horrendously bullshit drama and controversies around me, literal conspiracy theories based on little to no facts, because they're boring, toxic people. They cannot create positive content for themselves. If they could, they would. But instead, they ride the coattails of other people who have success, and they try to bring them down. We already talked about it. Some of the people who like to hurt people on the internet constantly, right? This is another group, all right? Sadly, I've been targeted by these people for many, many years. There's no way to get rid of them because they found that being this toxic gives them popularity. It gives them views on YouTube, and it also gives them money, as stupid as that sounds. So, because of that, all right, we have a strict policy. You don't mention it on my stream, all right? There's no point. Doing so does two negative things. Number one, it derails the positivity of the stream because no one cares about these fucking people on my stream anyway. And number two, you're giving those people undue attention they don't deserve. And you're going to basically have distracted people instead of paying attention to the stream. Now they're going to go check out stupid garbage, toxic crap. All right? So please understand, strict policy. We don't mention that stuff on my streams. It's against the rules. Okay? All right. It's now time for the third and final segment of the stream, the shout-outs. This is where I say thank you to those who've contributed. We update the leaderboards for a bit and we get started. Okay? It's already fucking hot in my office. This sucks. Because it's only March. But every day now we're getting beating sun in the afternoons. And this just makes my office heat up tremendously. Like right now, my office is probably about 80 to 85 degrees. And over the course of the afternoon, it's going to be like 90. This sucks. I don't want to hook up and start using my air conditioner this early. You know, this is crazy. I don't even know if I would be able to get the insulation that I need to have my air conditioner hooked up properly anyway because of everything going on with the coronavirus. So what I'm hoping for is that we stop having so many sunny days. I know that kind of sounds weird, but if it's a cool rainy day or cloudy day, it's fine in here. It's only when the sun starts coming out every day and when it's a relatively, medium to warm temperatures that it gets hot, and it's just been like this all week long. So I'm hoping for a change, but I don't know what's going to happen. Open a window. My window's wide open. Turn on a fan. My fan's on. See, there's nothing you can do. The way this house was built, it faces the sun the entire afternoon. So if the sun's out, this side of the house heats up about 20 degrees. It sucks. In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn my fan on maximum blast at this point. Okay? Ugh. There. I turned it all the way up. I'm hoping you guys can't hear that, because it does get a little bit loud when I turn it all the way up. So hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys on the stream today. All right, guys. So let's get the shout outs. Let's say thanks to those who have contributed and start updating all the leaderboards and everything. So our first contributor today was Mr. Papavera, who did a 50-bit cheer. Let's go ahead and get him on the leaderboard. He says, it might be spoofed stories, but amid this whole, pandemic disaster going on, in Russia, apparently lions have been released in the streets to keep people indoors. Yes, wild lions, of course. And in India, patrol officers in the streets are ordering people caught outside to get inside, and they smack them with long sticks if they stall. Wouldn't want to get whacked. Also, lions for sure would be effective keeping me inside and possibly boarding up my windows. I'm pretty sure that's not happening. I can tell you what is happening. A lot of misinformation, a lot of panic, and a lot of nonsense. You may have noticed, if you look at world numbers, all right, that certain countries mysteriously are not really saying they have any coronavirus cases. Russia is one of them. Russia has like only a very few compared to the rest of the world. That's called misinformation. Russia is a giant country with a large population. Of course they have it, but they're not going to report it. Unlike the rest of the world, they're not in line with the way that that a lot of people think, and especially a lot of governments operate. They're not going to be properly cooperating, and they're also not going to be reporting numbers accurately at all. Okay, so you look at Russia and you're like, Jesus, it's a giant country. Why do they have like so few cases? Because they're just not telling anyone. They're dealing it within themselves. They always have seen themselves as like their own kind of a deal, and they want to kind of deal with it on their own. Okay. Am I to believe that Russia is not cracking down on their citizens? Hell no. Russia is a country where that's very much what the kind of stuff that they do. When shit like this hits the fan, they put their foot down and say, you do what we say or fuck off, you know. And so I guarantee you they've got like martial law probably going on, saying get the fuck home. If you're not, you know, you're going to be in trouble. But no, I'm pretty sure they're not unleashing lions in the goddamn streets. This sounds like something from fucking biblical times. No, that's not happening. That's ridiculous. All right. So thank you for the cheer, Mr. Papavera. Schofield Alexander has resubscribed to the channel for 4 months. Thank you, Schofield Alexander. I appreciate that. Snow Carl cheered and said Nioh 2 versus Sekiro, which is better so far. That's a tough call. Definitely Sekiro is the better graphics, but the frame rate is much lower. So, you know, Nioh 2 is the more responsive game, but it seems like Nioh 2 is just balls to the wall difficult so far. Really, if you look at like Sekiro definitely was a new franchise with the way that it played. It didn't play like other games because of the parry system that was unique. At the same time, I heavily criticized Sekiro, saying that it was a one-trick pony, and really the parry system was the only thing in the game of substance. And once you mastered it, that was the game, you know. Nioh 2 at least has variety in weapons and has some new weapons and new aspects added. But at the same time, Nioh 2 does kind of feel like an expansion to Nioh 1 rather than a full-fledged sequel. It doesn't feel like they really changed up that much, including the graphics look almost identical to the last game. So it's a tough call. I would want to play more of Nioh 2 before I make any kind of a determination overall. But I would say I'm apprehensive about both. Sekiro was not a bad game, but like I said, if you didn't fall in love with the parry system, you probably hated it. Nioh 2 at least has variety. You have all these different ways to play the game, including the magic, the ninjutsu, various different weapons, by the way. More than one weapon, while Sekiro only had the regular sword. That was fucking it. So, It's a tough call. Right now, some people in the chat are saying they like Nioh 2 way more than Sekiro. But I guarantee you, watch. I guarantee you by the end of the year, people are not going to be kissing Nioh 2's butt like they did Sekiro and saying it's Game of the Year. I almost guarantee you that. Anyway, there you go. That's my early impression. Diaper Baby 99 resubscribed for 2 months. I said looking forward to chill Nioh 2 today. Thank you, Diaper Baby. Akron TBK has resubscribed for 8 months. Thank you for 8 months of support. I appreciate that. Cyborg Army 23 is subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Cyborg Army 23 for the sub. I appreciate that. Octaveus did a 95-bit cheer. That is the top cheer of the day. Thank you, Octaveus. Let me get you up on the leaderboard here. 95 bits. Thank you, Octaveus. Our first tip of the day comes from BattleDuck9000, who tipped me $5. Said, keep on keeping on. Man, I really wish the Outer Worlds that there was more to it. He says he really misses the game. Yeah, you know, Outer Worlds, very narrative-driven game, and we don't get a lot of those these days. We get a lot of gameplay. Recently, anyway. And I even said during my playthrough of Outer Worlds, I really liked the game, but I felt that the gameplay took a back seat to just story development. But a lot of people like that kind of thing. So I hear you. And yeah, I wish the Outer Worlds had DLCs. I don't know what happened. The game was successful, right? It sold a ton. So I think they even said that it actually exceeded their sales expectations. So they were very pleased with that, and it looks like they're going to be making another one. So why they didn't, do any DLCs, I don't know. What did it come out? October? So here we are 5 months later, and no word of a DLC for Outer Worlds. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they weren't planning on it being such a hit, and so they didn't put enough resources into, let's make DLCs and stuff for it, or whatever. Hey, you know what, though? It was a great game, and let's hope they make a good sequel. Okay? Thank you, BattleDuck, for the $5 tip. My wife's boyfriend to the dollar says, are you a soy boy? Yes. Everything I drink soy milk. I eat soy in place of protein. I dress and live the lifestyle. So, Snoutfoot to me $1.83 says, big ups to Snow Carl. I lied in chat. I have $1.83 in my bank account. All right. Well, thank you for that contribution there, Snoutfoot. I appreciate that. Okay. Excuse me. Oops. Oh my god. Oh, come on, keyboard. Okay, continuing on. Sassy Gay Lizard tipped me $1. Said I wasn't going to tip again, but I had to when I heard you were getting hot and sweaty. Oh boy. Well, thanks for the $1 tip. I'm sure you're very excited. Sure sounds like it. Shout out to Joyful Oblivion, who just tipped me $15. Thank you very much, Joyful Oblivion. Very generous of you to start today's stream. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Of course, the biggest contribution of the day so far. Thank you. I appreciate that, Joyful Oblivion. Uzi Gohar did a 50-bit cheer. He says, Phil, Domino's is 50% off all pizzas. Is it time to binge yourself? No, Domino's pizza is gross. It is. Domino's pizza is freaking gross. When was it? Oh, man. It was a while ago. At least 3 weeks to a month ago, if not longer. Kat and I actually, on a whim, were craving pizza, and we ordered Domino's pizza. And we ate it, and it was, okay. But then we had leftovers. So one night I had it, and the next morning I couldn't stop shitting. So, Domino's pizza is duty in and out. On the way in and on the way out. It's just disgusting. Like I said, the only Domino's that I actually like, if you get the Brooklyn-style crust, that's very similar. They're trying to copy New York-style pizza. It's definitely not good New York-style pizza, by the way. But it's that thin slices you can fold. That's okay. But last time Kat and I got it was a year ago. We got that when we were in Connecticut because there was nothing else available when we had landed that night. Landing in Connecticut on our plane, everything else was closed. So we ordered this New York-style Domino's pizza. It was 100% salt. It tasted like someone took a salt shaker and opened the top and just poured it all over the fucking pizza. It was so gross. So, Yuck. But anyway, I don't like Domino's. I don't think there's really anything good coming out of Domino's. I'm just being honest here. Snow Carl Cheers says, will you do a Nioh 2 redemption run if attendance stays this good later in the year? No. No. I will not. Listen. I'm all for going back to games and doing second runs with variation if you guys like that. When I first beat Sekiro, all right, by the end of the game, I was doing so well that I beat the final boss in 20 minutes, which took many people hours and hours to do. I beat him in 20 minutes. I said, let's do a new game plus run. And everyone said, nah, forget it. We don't care. So I never did. You know, was Nioh 1. I played through the whole game once. The DLC came out. I hated it. I thought the DLC was incredibly poorly made. It just seemed like they didn't put any effort into it at all. It was just throw a million enemies in a small area and fuck with you. But there was no real desire to ever see me go back to Nioh, you know? So, in regards to Nioh 2, I will definitely do a full-on, you know, first run here with this, the Switchblade, and we'll see how it goes. And, you know, if there is a desire at a future date for me to go back and do another run with a different build or a different weapon, I would consider it. But that just hasn't seemed to happen. It seems like it's the Dark Souls and Bloodborne series people always want to see me go back to for some reason. But not Sekiro and not Nioh. Okay. All right, guys, let us now give a shout out to the top cheerers and the top sub-gifters of the week. So thank you to the top cheerers of the week. In 10th place, we've got Crap Cock. We got a triple tie for 7th between Ripley Atomic, Bill Cosby's Thundercock, and Zugarook. In 6th place, we've got Spartan King. 5th place is Snow Carl. 4th place, Sambuca 2020. 3rd place, Mr. Papavera. 2nd place, Superman Girlfriend. And in 1st place, Cholo Veterano OG. Thank you, guys. Also, thank you to the following people who all gifted subs this week. We had, what is his name? West of Grooves, Jack Spartacus, Kanye Glover in the Cut, Rockfist 95, Bagel Goose, and PW Dubs, who all gifted a single sub. Then we had Octavius, Elon Jusk, and Hermione, who gifted 2 subs each. And then last, Rambo, at the top of the line there, who gifted 3 subs. All right? Excuse me. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Let's take a brief break for me to use the restroom. And then when I come back, it's Nioh 2 time. Okay, guys? I'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks. And see you in just a moment for Nioh 2. Be right back.